There's a story that relates to the Tao Te Ching. It's by it's by Chuang Tzu. Now Chuang Tzu was a dude that came along after Lao Tzu and began reading stuff like this that I just told you about. And Chuang Tzu made up a bunch of other stories. Because Chuang Tzu got it. He says, I know what Lao Tzu's about. I got this. And so here's some of his stories in this book. But I'm just going to read one right now. In Qing, which was a country, or a part of a country, there was a shaman of the gods called Qi Xin. He could tell whether men would live or die, survive or perish, be fortunate or unfortunate, live a long time or die young. And he would predict the year, month, week, and day as though he were a god himself. When the people of Qing saw him, they dropped everything and ran out of his way. I don't want to know this stuff. Lei Tzu, not Lao Tzu, Lei Tzu went to see him and was completely intoxicated. Returning, he said to Hu Tzu, H-U-T-Z-U, which I call Who's Who. Pardon me, all you Chinese folk. I used to think, Master, that your way was perfect, but now I see there is something even higher. Okay, he's going to divorce his old master there. Hu Tzu said, I've already showed you all the outward forms, but I haven't yet showed you the substance. And do you really think you have mastered this way of mine? There may be a flock of hens, but if there's no rooster, how can they lay fertile eggs? You take what you know of the way and wave it in the face of the world, expecting it to be believed. This is the reason men can see right through you. Try bringing your shaman along next time and let me get a look at him and let him get a look at me. The next day, Lei Tzu brought the shaman to see Hu Tzu. When they had left the room, the shaman said, I'm so sorry, your master is dying. There's no life left in him. He won't last the week. I saw something very strange, something like wet ashes. Lei Tzu went back into the room, weeping and drenching the collar of his robe with tears, and reported this to Hu Tzu. Hu Tzu said, just now I appeared to him with the pattern of earth, still and silent, nothing moving, nothing standing up. He probably saw in me the workings of virtue closed off. Try bringing him around again. The next day, the two came to see Hu Tzu again. And when they had left the room, the shaman said to Lei Tzu, it certainly was lucky that your master met me. He's going to get better. He has all the signs of life. I could see the stirring of what had been closed off. Lei Tzu went in and reported this to Hu Tzu. Hu Tzu said, just now I appeared to him as heaven and earth, no name or substance to it, but still the workings coming up from the heels. He probably saw in me, the working of the good one. Try bringing him again. The next day the two came to see Hu Tzu again. And when they had left the room, the shaman said to Lei Tzu, your master is never the same. I have no way to understand him. If he will try to steady himself, then I'll come and examine him again. Lei Tzu went in and reported this to Hu Tzu. Hu Tzu said, just now I appeared to him as the great vastness where nothing wins out. He probably saw in me the working of the balanced breath. Where the swirling waves gather, there is an abyss. Where the still waters gather, there is an abyss. Where the running waters gather, there is an abyss. This abyss has 9 names, and I've only shown him 3. Try bringing him again. The next day, the two came to see Hu Tzu again. But before the shaman had even come to a halt, before Hu Tzu, his wits left him and he fled. Run after him, said Hu Tzu, but though Lei Tzu ran after him, he could not catch up. Returning, he reported to Hu Tzu, he's vanished, he's disappeared, I couldn't catch up with him. Hu Tzu said, just now I appeared to him as not yet emerged from my source. I came at him empty, wriggling and turning, not knowing anything about who or about what. Now dipping and bending, now flowing in waves. That's why he ran away. After this, Lei Tzu concluded that he had never really begun to learn anything. He went home and for 3 years did not go out. He replaced his wife at the stove, fed the pigs as though he were feeding people, and showed no preferences in the things he did. He got rid of the carving and polishing and returned to plainness, letting his body stand alone like a clod. In the midst of entanglement, he remained sealed, and in this oneness he ended his life.